Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Looks like, let's see, everything is connecting here. So, good morning. Happy Thursday. Thanks for being here. Um, Gotta have some coffee. Get my eyeballs going. I just got up a little bit ago, went out to the garden and did some weed pulling. I need to do more weed pulling. The weeds have taken over, I'm afraid. This heat and visitors just kind of got me off my game. And so I probably have more weeds than plants right now. But you know what? That's what it is. I'll just have to spend a day out there this weekend, get some pulling weeds done. Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit today about early occupancy. I have a client right now who's really trying hard to do early occupancy. So, what that is when you get under contract with the home and you, as the buyer, want to move into the home prior to the home closing. So, we as realtors don't advise this, but even though we don't advise it, it's really hard to get sellers to want to do it because it increases your liability. You have to have renter insurance. The homeowner has to change their insurance to a rental policy, which can increase their premium quite significantly. And we generally don't recommend it because it opens yourself up to so much liability. And also, what if you move into the house? So it works both ways here, right? You move into the house and then you're like, oh, I don't really like it here. You're under contract. Are you going to cancel that contract, walk away, and move out? What if something breaks? Who's responsible for it? So you have to have a lease in place, and it has to be very specific for who is responsible for what if something breaks during that early occupancy time period. So bear that in mind when you're thinking about early occupancy. It can be done. It's just not something we advise to be done. But again, that's negotiated between the buyer and seller. And most times sellers don't want to do it. It makes them nervous. Now, sometimes someone may be in a situation where it works out in their favor and it's beneficial for them to allow an early occupancy. But just bear that in mind. It's not as straightforward as just saying, hey, I want to move into the house before we close. There are a lot of moving parts that go along with it. You have to think about your insurance. You got to think about you got to do a lease. How much are you going to charge or pay depending on what side of the deal you're on, and who's responsible if things break. What if you're in the house and your movers come in and they bang a big hole in the wall? Now you have to report that. And are you going to fix it? Is the seller going to fix it? How does all that work? So anyway, you just have to think about it. It can be done, but it's not advisable, and we can navigate it. But I would advise, if you're buying a house, to do it the old-fashioned way, so to speak, and follow the process along and then move in once you close. But that was on my mind this morning because I am working with a buyer client who really wants early occupancy for several reasons, but mainly he's selling his house, so he wants to go ahead and be able to move all of his things out of the way and make that an easier process. But it's proving very difficult to find someone that is willing to do that. So anyway, thanks for being here. Good morning to everyone this morning. And that's about my real estate topic for this morning. I'm going to, got some training today. We're working on a new program down at Love and Rinky Realty. So I'm going to be doing that training. And then working with my recently onboarded agent. Hopefully you saw her information online. I posted that, welcoming her to the team. Her name's Jennifer Carson. She comes to us with a background in teaching. She's a brand new agent. So if you're working with me, it's highly likely you're going to see her out on the roads with me. She's going to be shadowing me for a little while just to help her find her feet and understand how we work with buyers and sellers. So yeah, so that is this week. There's a lot going on in town, and I have tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about the activities and things that are going on in town. If you've been following the market, interest rates have gone up a little bit more. Some prices have dropped down. So, I posted yesterday, if you're looking to buy, I understand interest rates are high, but now is a good time to buy because there's not as much competition. As soon as the interest rates drop down again, there's going to be a flood back to the market, and also all of the marketplace data that we're seeing is indicating that home prices will go up again next year. So really depends on where you are in your process. If you want to talk more about your situation, give me a call or a text. I'm more than happy to chat about it. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to make it a quick one today because I do have to be down at the office at 9. We're doing that training, have some clients. I also got a response on an offer last night. I have to call that client this morning and talk through that. And there you go. That's your Thursday. Have a great day. If you need me for anything, you know how to find me. Call or text. I'm always happy to help you. Get out there, have a great day today. Get out, do something, walk around a little bit, get some sun. Just be careful in this heat. And always remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, be you. And I will see you tomorrow.